Mom Lisbini, 39, called in 2 vicars to bless her house after she's been tossed out from her own bed by a demon. That all happened in Kent. You know, a lot of articles that I read happen in Kent. What's wrong with that? Was this demon called Alarm that was sent by another demon called Job? You can't get rid of these demons unless you want to be tossed out of your own tent under the bridge, among other people who are afraid of the same demons. You know what? I think I've seen this before. No, that can't be right. I mean, she's 39. She's old enough to know that if an invisible man sleeping in your bed, who you gonna call? Ladies, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking about serious people here. If I wanted to have a laugh, I would call for Scooby-Doo. You know, sometimes it's not the demons to blame. She has probably upset one.
What the? Hey.
Basically, I think she has to give up watching horror movies, action movies, parody movies, and probably call in someone with a degree in psychology. And why did she call vicars? Did she think that they're gonna help her clean the mess that she did in the bed? Maybe she's into porn with nuns and vicars and just using demons as an excuse. My point is that, was it really a demon? Was she sober? Why did she go with the Christian church? If I was to choose a religion that can kill someone or something, I would go with the one whose representatives have bombs. That would be a surprise to this demon. Bang! No house, no bed, no demon. Hi guys, this is Weekly sNews. As you know, we're talking about strange, stupid or silly news posted in newspapers. An NHS nurse used VooDoo to force women into prostitution after trafficking them into Europe. Josephine Yamu, 53, used West African black magic called juju to control her Nigerian victims. She forced them into prostitution to pay her debts. What a wonderful woman, and probably a better professional. You know, I was always a bit skeptical about NHS, but now I know that one day I can go there with a cough and end up selling my body in Kenya for someone's rent. Well, I'm glad I'm not that pretty. They will probably just gonna send me home with a paracetamol. This black magic that she used to control her victims is called juju or juju. Wait a sec, I've heard it before. Oh, this song is very addictive. What was I talking about? Apparently, in order to do that, she forced them into drinking blood with worms and also eating chicken hearts. Wait a sec. Was I on the same party? Wasn't it a challenge that you have to do when you go back from vegetarians to standard people? That was a fun party. She also took snippets of their hair and told them that devil will come after them if they fail to pay. You have to be a certain character to believe that devil will come after you if someone took your hair. Wait a second. Can I give her all the hair I find in our swimming pool and sauna so devil could come after them? That would be swell. I'm sure she will go to jail now and will have lots of time thinking about magic people, voodoo people. But to be honest, the fair sentence would be to do the same thing to her as she did to her victims. A drug dealer suspected of hiding a stash up his bottom didn't go to poop for 19 days. His lawyers called it a medical miracle. Hey mate, how are you doing? Did he go yet? No, not yet. Why didn't we get a glass toilet? It would be much easier to monitor him. You know what we should do? We should really show him this new horror movie called Nun. It helped me with my constipation. Unfortunately, it happened when me and my wife were in bed. She really didn't like it. You know, when this is finished, I'm gonna take a holiday. I'm really tired of watching a guy sitting on the toilet. Have you heard? His lawyers called it a miracle. They're trying to establish a new religion now. I've got a theory. I think he doesn't want to go to jail so much, he taught his body to evaporate crap right off his skin. Or he's just farting. Apparently there was another drug dealer suspect that was caught in London in March this year. He didn't go to poop for 47 days. Is that even possible? I remember when I was young and I was going home from school, and at some point I wanted to do it so much it basically came like a tsunami. I had to rush home. I was going like Usain Bolt. but with my butt cheeks fully closed. I rushed home, and when I finally managed to get into the toilet, I went straight in, and I remember that I couldn't undo my laces on the trousers. I turned everything apart. I swear I was like an Incredible Hulk. That was massive relief. Where am I going with this story? I don't know, but the point is, this guy is really strong. Guys, remember in one of the previous episodes of Weekly sNews, we were discussing transgender lags who were moaning that they couldn't get Naven catalogs. I found a new article about them. 12 convicts in a male sex offenders jail are planning to do a gender swap operation that will cost taxpayers £170,000. I just read the name of this article and I'm already pissed off. I live in this country and I pay taxes and I receive questionable NHS service because £170,000, and this is just one prison that will go to some rapist idiots who want to swap trousers for skirts and willy for fanny. I'm serious, are you joking? People who choose to rape others should receive fuck all, not a gender swap operation. What about women with small breasts? I know a lot of them would want to increase those. Why don't we invest in those? At least this is interesting to view. If you want to start discussion about people who don't feel comfortable in living in someone else's body, then why don't we talk about men who are not particularly happy with living in a body with a small penis? With a small penis. They pay in taxes, why don't we invest in increasing those? And I'm not talking about myself. Is it not enough that we're paying for their food and Avon creams? Well, not right now, but I'm sure we'll get to this point. Why don't we give this money to kids from poor families? Apparently, in order to convince the system, they will go through a psychological test that will prove that they actually want to be women. What kind of test is that? Hello.
You need to wake up for work. That starts at 8 o'clock. What time do you need to wake up?
7.
No, 5.
Shit.
How long do you spend on average in clothing shop?
An hour?
No, 4. If you tell your husband that it's okay, what does it mean?
It's not.
Correct. What else?
He's a pig and he needs to apologize.
Exactly. For what?
Does it matter?
You're doing pretty well, my friend, but I still can't approve your transgender pathway.
How dare you, you bastard!
Well done, you passed the test.
Oh. Oh, you scared me there. Church bells are to be silenced for the first time in 161 years for the sake of locals with hangovers. Vicar Christopher said that they received some complaints from local people who drink on Saturday nights and don't want to be bothered at 8 AM on Sunday. That's what I call church saves lives. Don't you think that this Vicar Christopher goes to the same pub and it's even more difficult for him to handle this noise on Sunday morning? Why don't this church arrange free beer for locals at 8 AM on Sunday? I swear they will have much more attendance. Even the ones with a hangover. That's the way to attract new religious people. At least some people care for alcoholics. Martin Lewis, 78, says everyone should be awake by 8 AM on Sunday. Doesn't matter if they're churchgoers or not, if they don't have a hangover. What kind of discrimination is that? I know old people like to be annoying. They're just mocking the ones that have to go to work.
It's not like old man. Old man is different. Old man isn't really a time in your life or a period of years. It's an attitude. Old man is a point of view. It's a way of looking at things. Some guys are old men when they're in their 20s. You've met guys like that. They're just wired like old men. Not me. Not an old man and not an old fart. Because an old fart is kind of... What I am is an old fuck. Another nice thing about getting old is you can leave any social event early just by saying you're tired. Works great with family members. Just turn to the person next to you and say, geez, I'm getting tired, you know? Oh, you tired? Come on, Grandpa's tired. Grandpa's going to bed. Someone else says, but it's 7:30 in the morning. There's always one asshole in the family.
Now, Mr. Carlin explained the difference between old people. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the show. Please like, please subscribe, please put your comment, and come back for more crazy news. Jou 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 jou, jou 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 jou, da 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 da, jou 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 jou, jou 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 jou, jou 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 jou.